Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Zokomasa. Here back recording another part of what if Deku had the powers to see the universe. Any further ado, let's get into it. After Izuku was born, everybody kind of became sad because they have just lost Rose Quartz, their leader, loved ones, and best friends, and to others much more. Her loss was recognized around the world as everybody mourned her death, knowing that she died in childbirth, giving birth to her child, a Zuku Midoriya universe. Everybody had high hopes for their kid, a parody having the same quirk as his mother. At least we have one universe in around, or of course still around. Later on, All Might became the number one hero, so filling a gap. Wow, when Rose died, he became what the world needed, a symbol of peace and hope, while the rest of the gem rankings dropped as well, but they're still in the top 10 League of Heroes, while Hayachi's remains up there in the number 3 spot. Now, still being one of the most powerful heroes in the league, mainly because of his abilities he required from Rose. He darted his abilities to wear off after she gave up her form, but they didn't. Steven, I can't believe I just said that, but Azuku, he actually trying to figure out how to raise a kid. He's only 26, well, he's 30, but he has no idea how to raise a kid. I mean, he's rich. He get all the money he needs from being a pro hero. And from Jungle said, he's good with money. He didn't expect he never expected having to do this alone with him being a fusion between his mother and himself. He's basically a clone of him, but he's not at the same time. Sometimes he sees he sees his he sees Rose. He sees how she missed him, and sometimes he even smiles like her, and his gem begin to glow. One day, his gems it was winter, and his gems came over carrying gifts. They brought diapers, baby formula, for them knowing more about the world, baby foods, and clothing and Stephen would need. He's like, thanks. Uh, do you guys want to say no? We're just here to drop off. We're just here to drop off the presents. And he says, well, all right. He says, Pearl, are you still up? Are you still upset with me? No, she's going, and we're all just gonna have to accept that. As baby Thor, he begins to cry. He says, wait, I think he bulks him back up, thinking he's cold, but he just unlocks it again. He says, huh, maybe that gem needs to breathe. As he remember Rhodes is exposed being exposed as well. Putting it in the form of putting it in the form of a diamond. Says, well, huh. I guess that was the case as Midoriya he begins he begins to laugh as his gem begins to glow and it's begins glowing and his hair kind of turned pink from its normal from its normal bright green or dark green. And they're all like, wait, what? He already used what? Is that Rose? Wait, maybe she didn't have to get rubber farm. Maybe it's like a fusion. And maybe she's trying to unfuse. Maybe that was her way of trying to communicate with us. Higashi says, "No, that's not possible. That sounds stupid. He's a human baby. Well, half human, and whatever quirks came, where alien teaches quirks came from. But I I have to bring to the book what to do with children activate their quirks. Maybe I could do the same thing here." As he goes into the other room, and Pearl picks up baby Midoriya, and they all escape. You're like, wait, what? And they begin to drive away as Hiyashi begins to race after them, not knowing exactly where they are. So he started opening up portals around the city, just looking for them. And we're going to go gems, huh? I think Rose is trying to. I think Rose is trying to unfuse. Maybe Steven is blocking her somehow. Maybe he doesn't want to unfuse with her, I guess. Or wait, what if Rose doesn't want to unfuse? What if she's forgotten? Maybe you just have to show them. As Garnet takes off her glasses while holding Midoriya, she unfuses into Ruby, and Ruby and Sapphire appears, and he says, "See, easy." As Midoriya looks up, noticing that the figure in front of him was gone. Garnet, the person he kind of liked, was gone. And he begins to cry, and refuse. Ruby and Sapphire refuses into Garnet, and it was climbing Steven now. And Garnet says, I'm sorry. Maybe we were wrong." As Pearl begins to hold him, and she begins to speak to him as she gets the idea, grabbing Midoriya's gem, wanting to pull it out, but she sees him silently, and she says, "This is what Rose wanted, and we can't take that from her." Rose, I don't think I don't think she's coming back. As Higashi finally makes it to their location, and they lift Midoriya back to him, Izuku back to him. They say, "We're sorry." They just wanted to try to get Rose back. I know, but Rose isn't here anymore. Steven isn't. He's a human baby. God, we haven't even registered him at the hospital yet. He's not even a citizen yet. I've almost completely forgotten. We're gonna have to start enrolling him in schools also. This pregnancy thing is not what I signed up for. This is this is hard to kind of as we're just gonna have to do this together, cultivating his drum half and his human. 5 years go by, and Midoriya, he's learned, I'm not per se learned, but he gained access to some of his mother abilities. He's super happy. He brings up the shield, and Garnet and Amethyst and Pearl. They're all impressive. So young, he's able to do this. They didn't even know he was going to be able to do this in the first place, but it seems he's going to gain all the abilities that his mother has shown. While also enrolling him in school, take him to the hospital to see if he have a quirk, and what he does. He he has the same ability. He has the same ability as his father, the pyrokinesis. And he actually like, look at that. You have the same quirk. You have the same quirk as I do. And we were kind of excited because he wanted his father fire breathing quirk, even though he most likely already could breathe fire because of his gem abilities. But he keeps that a secret. And Dr. Udro, he tries to copy Midoriya quirks, but for some reason he couldn't copy his gem. have. He the darkness was weird, and Sly just it didn't pass it. With Midoriya going back to school and showing off his quirks, and even his power releases. He even heard it something else from his father. The abilities that Rose gave him when he died and resurrected. He can create shockwaves with the abilities mutating and merging with his quirk. He can create shockwaves just like his father, already having enhanced strength and speed and durability. They're even more enhanced. And he notices every time he uses gem abilities, his hair turns pink for some reason. Or it glows. It glows for the it glows from a pink color. Maybe it's because of my father. And he goes to Black Hole. He starts showing off, even opening up a portal. Impressed. And Bakugo's impressed. See, Adore, you have both the quirks of you have the quirks of your father and your mother. What quirks do your grandfather have? Are they what quirks do they have? And Midoriya noticed, huh? I've never really met my grandparents. At least not yet. Do you want to meet them? Yeah. With Bakugo unlocking his explosion quirk. Maybe you can ask your dad about it later, but yeah, not today though. Bakugo, you want to train with me? Or yeah, you could train our quirks so we can become the number one and number two heroes, of course. Of course, I'm going to be up there at number one, Midoriya, while you're number two. While you're number two. Yeah, right. You know I'm going to defeat you and take the number one spot easily. Take the number one spot easily. Hmm. I like to see you try Deku. Yeah, you too, Kancha. As they've trained as another month has, and Steven, I just get Steven again. Midoriya is seven, turning seven, and he having slight mastery over his dream abilities, learning how to create his bubble, and he could also bubble gems. And he could pull his shield out at will, even activating his mother healing spit, along with his strength, along with his super strength is kicking in, the ability he inherited from both his parent, mother, and father. So he have insane speed and strength. And the gems out was a good idea to bring him on a mission, the and they go to an ice cabin. They're collecting a shooting star, and sorry, that fell from the sky a long time ago. You're going to. They can't just leave it around. Can't just leave it around. They can't just leave it in an ice cave. But some mess up, and it causes them caves to collapse. And before Caesar could create a portal to get them out, Jim's know they'll survive, but not so sure about Midoriya. Not so sure about Midoriya. Garnet bubbles him, and he sends him to a temple. Hey, wait, what? I haven't been in here before. As Midoriya tries to bust open the bubble, landing on a gem, accidentally busting, busting it open. It's like crap. As he's gotten frightened a little bit and let out the shockwave by accidentally releasing another one. And Garnet uses her fuse vision to first see this. So they got to the nearest warp pad, and went home. And just as the gems was about to form, they was stopped. They was corrupted somehow, and they wasn't. For some reason, they wasn't able to form correctly. and his gems just laid there on the ground. This wasn't supposed to happen this way. They wasn't supposed to have popped up with no. They were supposed to farm and release more gems. Like she doesn't know why they didn't. As Steven rebubbles them along with garlic bubbling the other one. Let's get you out of here. Some that as it messed with her leg a little bit and see and Midoriya asks I keep saying it. Midoriya asks, hey, can we explore the simple a bit? I haven't been here a lot. Garnet, I think you're ready. As they go around the temple, showing him his mother room, with them still can get to it from other points of the temple. Emily's massive room, which there's massive piles of trunk everywhere, and Pearl is Steven asks, wait, how's there waterfalls in here? How's Emily's room so big? And Garnet, don't you have a room? Well, I do. I just don't go in there very much. I just don't go in there very much. And he says, wow, wow, really? Yeah, 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 really. But you gonna answer my question. How is there waterfalls in here? Magic. Would it actually just been? I have no idea how. I don't know anyways. It was made from a friend from a long time ago. See, wait, what friend? Basement. She built she built this temple and she had all the features in it. I don't really know how there are waterfalls in here. I don't even know how the rooms are so big. There's even fusions with some fusions. They even have their own rooms within the temple, like rainbow quartz and obsidian, and even Suzalite have her own room, along with sardonyx. What? You think I'm going to be able to fuse somebody? We don't know actually. You're half human, so you might not even be able to fuse. But you're also Jim, and you seem to be inheriting all of your mother abilities. So why wouldn't you be able to fuse? Someday, but not today. As they leave the temple, as this is Midoriya, worth scientific head to Midoriya Trust birthday, and he realizes he's grown a lot. He's been on much more missions super gems. Even though it wasn't that serious, he still succeeded as the gems come and he's learned how to master more of his abilities and even mastering his quirk along with shockwave or energy blast abilities along with portal ability. He can open up portals anywhere now, reflecting on it as Midoriya opens up a portal door and door and coming back out with a bag of chips from America, a bag of Doritos. Everyone liked Doritos. Yeah. As the gems comes in, Midoriya asks, where are you guys coming from? We're coming we were checking out some old gem we were checking out some old gem structures. Some some that's still standing even to this day. But one is falling apart. What is it? It's your heritage. This used to be beautiful back in the day with beautiful statues, beautiful monuments, and it was one of the best gem hotspots on the planet. But in the state it's in now, it's kind of it's kind of falling apart. But we can assure it with this. Oh, can you give me the location? Make sure to grab it though. Can you give me the location of it? I could just open up a portal there so you guys don't have to wait till midnight. But, alright, you can do that. He actually can do that too. Why didn't we just ask him? Why didn't we just ask him to help us out with this? He's been busy with her lately. We didn't want to disturb him, but Midoriya opens up a portal with them rocking the door and then placing the moon statue on it as environment as the structure becomes fluent again. It's become filled with magic, statues forming out of nowhere, stairs, the walls rebuilding themselves. Even these weird maggot monsters or shrimp monsters, as Pearl called them, are beginning to get destroyed as it's been reformed source to the best thing ever. Even the charms Zero, which cracked, which Midoriya healed. They even found two more corrupted gems, the heaven and earth beetles, as their species or their form of beetles are mostly sent out to gain information and knowledge about the worlds. As even as Midoriya asks, "Hey, can I learn more about gem culture? I don't really know much about it." And it's process. Oh right, you don't know much about your heritage, season. Um, I keep saying Steven. That one was on purpose. You know a lot about your heritage, Midoriya. As she pulls out a statue, and your gem is cracked. As Steven, I keep saying Steven. As Midoriya heals it, fixing the mirror, but the gem mirror still isn't working. As can I keep it though? It seems fun. And he says, "Sure, right? Why not?" As the gem begins to speak to him, as the mirror begins to speak to him, and outside showing them, showing see Midoriya how to release her. As Midoriya pulls her out, in the gem forming into a gem named Lapis Lazuli. Izuku, I owe you one. Thank you. Come with me. Like, where? Home. To homeworld. As Scarlet, Amethyst, and Pearl jumps out her on the beach. As Lapis sees them and she gets upset. You you knew I was in there this whole time and you didn't try to help me. You know I was trapped by homeworld gems this whole time and you called yourself the first with limbs to defender for everyone. You didn't even attempt to help me. As the ocean behind her, she begins to lift it up. And she smashes down on them as she opens up a reptile, telling Midoriya, "Come with her. We can go home. We can leave this planet. You don't have to stay here anymore." I I can't. This is my home. And she says, very well as water rings sprouts out of her back, and she says, "Thank you for releasing me and fixing my gem. Thank you." And as she leaves, as Garnet Amethyst Pearl, I think this might mean Homeworld might be coming back here. But this is the end of part 2 of What If Deku had Steven Universe Powers. Hope y'all enjoyed.